Hello, and thank you for tuning in. Tuned in, you are tuned in, tuned in, you are tuned in to Esoteric Guidance. My name is Nehru. I am an extraterrestrial earth angel, Gaia beacon, descendant of Yeshua, and healer here to do what we're all here to do, and that is to learn and to show others. And I had an interesting conversation with someone this morning at the store, and when I was walking up to the counter, the cashier had an interesting look on his face from the person who was walking away, and kind of like I don't know, just kind of like, okay, that kind of thing. So, um, I forget how the conversation. I forget how the conversation got started, but anyway, he told me, he said, yeah, he was in here. That guy was in here telling me his life. He was telling me his life story about how when he was 21, he made a mistake that changed his entire life and that sort of thing. And I was like, well, and I said something along the lines of, that's why we're here, is to learn and hopefully not repeat those mistakes. And he had on a T-shirt, right? The cashier had on a T-shirt that said always, and that's all it said was always, right? It was a great T-shirt that said always on it. Okay, and so again, that's the conversation going on between him and I. That's always true. Okay, and he said, yep, that's what we're here for. We're here to learn and then hopefully teach others. That's what we're here to do. And I didn't tell him anything about me, but that was our conversation and that was a confirmation. And his shirt said always. That is what we're here to do, collective. That is what we're here to do. And that's how my day got started with, as far as conversations with others are concerned. That was my first conversation of the day with, you know, flesh form, right? So, good way to start. So, happy Sabbath day to you. Whether you celebrate the Sabbath or not, you celebrate every day. I should hope if you're tuned into this channel or you're learning to. Um, and so part of what I want to do is today is talk, and also, so I'm kind of including the Sabbath service also in with the tarot reading for the day. Okay. And I've also added cards. By the way, I've added um, quite a few more cards to the ever-growing deck. By the way, pay attention to the colors as well. Okay, you might want, the colors may be significant for you. Your aura, if you're familiar with your aura, that is also a book that's extremely um, uh, advantageous to read. Is What's Your Aura? Again, written by Mystic Mishala, the same one who wrote the Angel Numbers book that I use often and refer to. So, again, thank you so much for tuning in. If you would like to get in touch with me via email, you can do so via email, theencourager333 at gmail.com. So yeah, right. So first, what I would like to do is, again, the Sabbath service. One thing that I'm trying to stick to um, is I get bored somewhat quickly, so that presents a little bit of a challenge at times. Both a challenge for me and a challenge for divine. Right, it creates a challenge for both of us at times. Um, I learn somewhat, I guess, at a decent pace. And so, but once I've learned whatever that is, typically I'm ready to move on from whatever that lesson or class or whatever it might be. Okay, whether it's time to or not. Okay, all right. So, with that conversation with that gentleman at the store today, Okay, with that cashier, there may be something about someone regretting something today that they did who knows however many moons ago. Okay, and they are still kicking themselves, or they're starting to kick themselves as they realize what a mess we've made. It's too hot, so hot, baby. Gotta run for shelter, gotta run for shade. You were my love, feeling the pain. Oh, too hot. Something about feeling the pain of something dealing with love. On the top of the deck, there's love songs. I just looked down. It says love songs. So too hot. I don't know who sings that song. Cooling again. I don't know. That's who I'm thinking about. Echo is currently not cooperating, so it's on the blink. Um, and so our assistant is not available currently. And there may be something about someone's assistant not being available, whether that's your assistant, you were the assistant and you're no longer available, or you no longer are an assistant, or what have you. Okay, perhaps new career, or what have you. So what I would like to touch on today, okay, is, and I'm kind of going in between. It's two different ones because I originally in my mind I had two different videos for today, but one is soulmates, divine unions. One subject: soulmate, divine unions, and other relationships. Okay, soulmates, divine unions, and other relationships. Okay. The other is churches, religion, cults, and other secret societies. Okay. And so, with the first, okay, when we're talking about soulmates, and I'm talking about from a spiritual standpoint, not in the way that man means soulmate today. Okay. Oh, and by the way, let me say this also ahead of time. I will leave the start time for the tarot. I will leave that in the description, or in the comment section. No, I'll leave it in the comment section. Okay. For those of you who would just want to fast forward and get to the tarot. All right. So soulmates. Okay. So by man standards, when man says soulmate, man means the one and only, the be all end all, like man, love of your life, like that. That's what man means when man says soulmate. Okay. However, spiritually and energetically, that is not contractually, even con, spiritually, contractually, by the spirit contractually, through the spirit contractually, that is not what a soulmate is. Okay. Um, so you may or may not have a contract with someone who is a soulmate. And when I say contract, um, I mean it's for um, um, what man deems as a soulmate for long-term marriage and that sort of thing. That's what I mean when I say contract, a love romantic contract. Okay, so spiritually, and energetically, a soulmate could be anyone. Okay, a soulmate can be what you might deem today to be your best friend. Spiritually, that could be one of your soulmates. You could have had you could have been best friends in other lifetimes, in other places of other lifetimes. Okay, so your soulmate could be your mother, your father, your grandmother, your grandfather, your great grands, your niece, your nephew. Okay, it could be any of those. Okay, it could be a teacher. Okay, who this time is your professor in college. Okay, or was an elementary school teacher. Okay, that you had a crush on, right? and you was fond of or was fond of you, and not in any illegal way by any means, but right, just one of those teachers. For me, that teacher was Miss Neville. Okay, she was a very strict disciplinarian. One of her things was, and this was when you could knock a student upside the head. She would come over to you like if you were goofing off or whatever. She would come over to you, and she had this ring on her middle finger, and she would take her middle finger like this, and she would come over. She said, and just like knock you upside your head with the ring on her finger. And yeah, but she was a great teacher, and I will always remember her. And she taught at that school for 30 something years, I think. She taught Judy, the woman who I grew up calling mother. So that's how long she had taught there. And so yeah, so that's one teacher. That's the first teacher that comes to mind. I can come up with a couple of others right off the top of my head as well. Mrs. Zubzik, who's at Jane Addams, was at Jane Addams. I know for sure both her and Mrs. Neville have since passed, but at least from the lifetime that I knew them as, the names that I'm saying them as. And so Ms. Zubzik, though, was at Jane Addams Middle School in Bolingbrook, Illinois. And she, interestingly, reminded me a lot of Judy. And she was a very short lady, 4'11" or 5 feet or something like that. Um, but hilarious. Judy doesn't have much of a sense of humor, but Miss Zubzik had a fantastic sense of humor. Um, Definitely up there on the favorite teachers list. And so that sort of thing. Um, and now I don't even know how I got off on talking about that. But anyway, as an example of a soulmate, right? That was a long trail. So anyway, a soulmate, yeah, in essence, a soulmate can be anyone. Okay, can be anyone. Um, and again, that doesn't necessarily mean that develops into a romantic relationship. Again, because for many of us, our best friends are the same gender that we are this lifetime, and so obviously, not everyone in the world is a homosexual or a lesbian, and so that would eliminate that possibility, right? Um, so yeah, right. Um, Also, I think that is part of what is convoluted as well. Okay, and so the word like I love you is thrown around, or I love that. The word love is just kind of thrown around. Oh, I love that dress. Oh, I love that suit. Oh, I love that whatever, picture or car or whatever. Okay, and that word is just kind of loosely thrown around today, much like the word soulmate, when in fact a soulmate is something extremely significant. Okay, but today in today's society, soulmate is thrown around. um, mhm. People, Bonnie and Clyde call themselves soulmates. You know what I mean? People just put, you know, and they might have been soulmates, karmic soulmates. They might have been karmic soulmates, and there's something about that. And again, talking about the different types of love and different types of unions and different types of relationships, there is something as such as a karmic relationship, a karmic soulmate. A karmic soulmate is someone who you have had strife with in past journeys, past lifetimes, and you two have come together in this lifetime to finalize something, reconcile something, to deal with something that wasn't dealt with or finalized in a previous lifetime. Okay? And so that could be karmic masculine energies, feminine energies. That could be even um, divine masculines or feminines that have gone rogue, that have fallen off the wagon. Okay? And that is first of all, a very difficult thing to do. Okay, to be a divine feminine or divine masculine. So you come here as an earth angel, or with all of the qualities to be that. Okay, um, and upon and on top of that, you are given opportunities to ascend, but the person chooses to remain karmic in whatever way that is. They may choose to because of family traditions, they may choose to because of addictions of some sort, they may choose to because of their own selfish desires, they may do so because of witchcraft that's being done to them in some way by someone. um, um, any of those reasons can be reasons why someone would choose to choose to stay karmic, or choose to not ascend, or choose to remain in darkness, or choose to not heal, whether those are childhood wounds, ancestral wounds, or what have you. Okay, just simply choosing not to heal. And so again, you can be a divine masculine or divine feminine that, again, I call it falls off the wagon. In the religious sect, they call that backsliding. Okay, if you've ever heard that term backsliding, that's what they were referring to, as someone who was once seen as good and godly and upright and made good choices and treated people fairly, and that a good person kind of thing, right? And that, but someone who has suddenly turned evil for whatever reason. Okay. Uh, Man, my crown is woo. So, all right. So then, divine unions. What are divine unions? So divine unions are contracts that are, upon the signing of the contract, is mandated. Okay. And so, while I'm sitting here talking, let me just do this. I'll just play with these cards here, and you can take what shows up as whatever you will, and we have confirmation on the front. That's funny. So we could just take whatever shows up, okay, as I'm talking. All right. And um, so someone has nothing to say. Okay, I didn't realize there was a blank in there. Okay, someone has nothing to say. Maybe someone should be talking, but they're not. Someone's being quiet. Oh, with the 5D justice. Okay. Oh, I said I wasn't gonna do an explaining. I'm just gonna show. That's tough to do. So yes. So with divine unions, you are looking at a contract that has been signed prior to the both of you coming to the physical birth place here in the 3D called Earth. Okay? So, you might be looking at a situation where um, you may or may not have met your divine partner, your divine union. By the way, a divine union and a soulmate are very different types of relationships. Okay? So, a soulmate, okay, that's judge, advocate general, okay, military law, okay. So, a soulmate is someone who would have no problem doing witchcraft against you, spell work against you, and this and that, okay. They can turn karmic, absolutely. Anyone can turn karmic, okay, anyone, okay. So, I just got Billy Graham to Ted Bundy. Anyone can go from Reverend Billy Graham to Ted Bundy. Anybody. Okay? All right. And that's not to say anything about Reverend Billy Graham. I'm just using that as an example because I know that he's held in high esteem generally in the Christian circles and religious circles. Okay. So, and Ted Bundy obviously is not. I should hope. So, anyway, um, so with divine unions, this is a contract that was signed pre natural birth. Okay? Most often, this is a union that either did not fulfill its purpose in past lifetimes, okay, or is a uh, mm, not a new, not a, I guess a new birth, a new opportunity because a past one was lost. Okay, talking about divine unions. Okay, and I've come to this conclusion about marriage in general. When people talk about the keys to marriage, what makes it work, I've come up with this so far. And I don't know if it'll stick forever with me, but this is what I've come up with so far. Any marriage, and my grandfather, Berlin Sr., would say, um, if you want to make a marriage last, just come home every day. Or if you want to stay married, just come home. He said, if you want to stay married, just come home every day. Right. And that's a very sad relationship. And his marriage, unfortunately, was that, his second one. But he promised God that if the father blessed him with another marriage after he left his first wife, um, that he would not leave the next wife. And that next wife was Odessa. And although she loves me dearly and protects me today, she does from all hook and crook and Negro and Negroid and anorexic, skeletal, reptile being ever, even though she protects me today. She was quite a bit to handle as a wife, okay, as a helper. She was quite a bit to handle, okay? And so, where am I going with that? Talking about divine unions, contracts. Oh, yes, right. So that was his philosophy. He came home every day and he stayed married for 46 years until he passed in 96. Okay? So that was his, right? I think it was 46 years, yeah. I believe so. And so that's one way to have a marriage. But this is what I've come up with. Okay? What I've come up with is there is only one true way for both to be happy, and that comes with a lot of caveats, disclaimers, a lot of asterisks. Okay, the closest to me that you can come to both remaining truly, genuinely happy, not feeling as though I've forsaken something that I've desired to do in order for you to fulfill that. So I've given up my law degree pursuits in order for you to fulfill your educational pursuits further. I've given up this, not that type of thing, but I mean both genuinely happy. The only way that I know that that can be accomplished is if you both go and stop at the same pace and rate as the other along your journey. So let's say, for instance, one decides, I just got an education moment. I just got a boing. All right. So, okay. Let's say, confirmation. All right. You two meet in college. Okay. You two meet in college. He's studying business and you're studying interior design. Okay. Right. And you're right. I'm speaking from a male's perspective, right? So But, right, female interior decorator, right? You can be a male and be an interior decorator. There's nothing wrong with that. You can be a male and be a beautician. What I don't understand is why do men who are beauticians, why do 99% of them feel as though they have to be a flamboyant homosexual? That's what I don't understand. Like, can't you do hair and not not flaunt your, like, can you be a male hairdresser, beautician, and be a heterosexual? Like, is that a difficult task? It seems like it's difficult. Like, I don't know. You can be a female mechanic, carry all your ASC certifications, and be a lady. You can do that. Like, I don't understand that. That ratio, beautician to homosexual, male men, that whole thing, that's wacky, catty, wampus, bonkers, and just bizarre. Like, I don't even understand that. Like, you can't put in a perm without bending your wrist or something. Like, what? Like, anyway. So yes, all right. So she's a beautician. The guy is studying business. Okay. Same years, everything. All right. Get to their senior year, right? They met sophomore year. Let's say they met sophomore year. He has ideas about where he wants to go. He's not quite clear. When they meet, she already knows what she wants to do. She knows she wants to go to this place and study interior design under so and so and so, and already the specific city, right? Whichever you pick, L.A., New York, abroad, wherever. Okay. Outside of wherever you currently are, if you're listening to this in some country other than the United States. And so, second semester comes, right? You guys are getting ready to get, everything's all set, right? You've been talking about this. She's been talking about this. She's waiting on an offer. You already know that you're going to be going to New York because you've got an offer from a big four, one of the big four, right? KPMG, Price Waterhouse. Yeah, you got from accounting firms, right? Big four accounting firms. Okay, so you got a big offer in New York City. That's where you want to go. And so you have already said yes to yours. You're just waiting to hear what comes in for her. And again, women, obviously it could be the other way around. Okay. She takes that opportunity, or she talks to you about the opportunity. However, the opportunity takes her to Atlanta. Okay. So, what do you do? Confirmation with donor. What do you do? That's the good question. Somebody might be considering that some similar scenario right now. What do you do? New York, Atlanta. He's already said yes to his opportunity. You all have dated for 3 years. Parents, everyone's expecting marriage proposals after graduations with degrees, and everyone knows it's going to work out. But what do you do? Okay? This is where you've been walking together at the same speed, stopping and going, right? You both agree. You've arrived at the yes, we're going to do life together moment, but life has presented you with the situation. Okay? She takes the opportunity in Atlanta, and that subsequently ends, if not eventually ends, the relationship, just because of the distance. Okay? He's working all these long New York style type of hours, right? She's busy, right? Learning, being mentored, right? And so, okay? That's a soulmate. Okay? And so the relationship goes, and it lasted for a period of time, and that's it. Right? Hopefully you both learned from it, gain some wisdom, knowledge, lessons, etc. Okay? So, at the point that they had the decision to make, if she had chosen to go to Atlanta, or he had found a job in, or chose to go to New York City, or she had declined the opportunity in Atlanta and waited for, or went to New York with him and then stayed there and found another opportunity there, okay? Or even got to Atlanta, decided, you know what, maybe I don't like this, I don't like the whatever, I don't like the office, I don't like the culture at the office, I don't like Atlanta, it's too whatever here, right? So I'm going to go to New York, okay? So she does, okay? Then their life, woo, you know, it would speed up. You would see the meter, right? Hers catching up to his type of thing. And that's how I see the only way that two people can be happy together, truly, truly, okay? And it's still still leaves the question of, what did she leave in Atlanta, right? But again, that's that that's the ebbs and flows of a relationship, okay? But that determines whether or not one wants to, okay? And this is often what happens when one marries young, especially the female. When the female marries young, she marries 19, 20, 21, 22. She may feel as though she's not been able to spread her wings, not to give you any type of images, but she might feel as though, you know, she girls night out and all of that. She was married halfway through college or something, like, you know, women may feel like that. And same thing with guys. You see, I think women may tend to feel it more, I think, because guys fall into a bit of a routine easier. And guys kind of, yeah, you know, especially I think more so when it comes to family. I don't know if guys miss the single life as much as women once they're married. That might be a good question, a statistic to ask our handy dandy echo when it wakes up or comes alive. So, yeah, okay. So then you have other types of relationships. And again, I mentioned karmic types of relationships, divine masculine, feminine unions that have fallen off, and that sort of thing. Okay. So I wanted to, again, just explain how these little idiosyncrasies in regards to man's eye. So someone may say that you are the love of their life, but is that really who they are? And how did you get to that point? How did you evaluate that? Um, yeah. Is it just the emotions of it? Okay. Because I've been there, and you probably have too, right? I've been there. So it requires, I'm getting reassessment. It requires reassessment. Okay. Um, yeah. It requires reassessment. Say, yeah, that's not what I thought. And he or she is, okay. All right. But that's because you start paying attention. All right. So the other subject I will cover at another time. So let's go ahead and get going with our tarot. What time is it so that we can? 34:09. Okay, that may be significant for you. 34:09 is when we get started with the tarot. 34:09. Okay. All right. So again, collective, thank you so much. Let me pull the curtain back here, son, and get some more light in here. All right. So thank you so much, collective, for again tuning in. We are going to go ahead and get started here with our tarot. That says, curse their bloodline. Someone curse their bloodline, collective. No, who that did? Who did that? Who did that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Someone may be Southern. Someone may talk in, I don't know what you call that, Ebonics. I don't I don't know what you call it. I remember in school when Ebonics was illegal, like it was laughed at. And now these words are in the dictionary. It's kind of funny. And now they're accepted everywhere, advertisements and everything. You think that's interesting? Hope your Saturday's doing good. It feels pretty nice outside, even though it's only 60 something, 62 or something outside. It feels good. It's a slight breeze. I'm definitely surprised about how windy it is in southern Arizona, but I am between the mountains, so that makes sense. Someone may be between something, betwixt. Someone may be betwixt something. And again, um, the way that I do my tarot, okay, is I read the tarot cards, or I pull the tarot, and then I take the tarot card and um, okay, what is this we're looking at here? Okay, it's meaningful, right? So we are looking at, if it would focus, the Five of Swords, okay? Ooh, I just heard contempt. Is someone being held in contempt? Hmm. Hmm. Someone might be being held in contempt. Okay. Someone's definitely feeling stuck. And the song that I got before I pulled the card was Stuck in the Middle with You. Again, that's another song download. Same song from the other day. I haven't listened to the song. Okay. So the way that I do that, but I take the card here, okay, and I slice, right, and whatever that reveals, okay. In this case, it reveals pale skinned. So someone pale skinned is feeling boxed in, locked in, being held in contempt, being held without release. Perhaps they've been arrested, whoever's pale skinned. Okay? So that's the way that I do that, collective. And you see on the other side that you see it's blank there. I didn't even realize that was this many blanks in here, but they're significant. So leave them in there then. Okay, that's the way we roll. This is how we roll. Mhm. So again, I hope you are enjoying your Saturday, whatever you may be doing. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you. Oh, I want to give a shout out. I should have said this at the beginning. I want to give a shout out. So I have some expressed support, and um, they know who they are, and so I just want to say thank you. And yeah, thank you. Appreciate you, your energy, and the connection. Okay. All right. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We got two jumping out. Two jumping out. Two jumping out. Might be something about a 2 for 1. Okay. Focus. Focus. It won't. Okay. So we have the Empress. Okay. And the Page of Wands. Okay. So you might be the Empress, collective. Okay. Or you could be, let me see if I could change this here. Yeah, maybe I'll do it like that. Let's see how that focuses. So collective, you may be the Empress, okay? Or you may be looking at an Empress. Okay? With the Page of Wands here, collective, you are astute. You are astute. You are astute to the games. Oh, and look what we have here. Okay? So, you might be a tarot reader, okay? You could be, and that's not all your gifts, obviously. You could be a prophet, prophetess. You could be a teacher of some sort. You could be a psychiatrist, a philosopher. But yeah, but more spiritual than natural. Okay, and that's what the Empress represents. Okay, all right. Someone highly attuned and tuned spiritually. Spiritually. Someone may sound out all their words like that. Spiritually. Okay. Thank you so much as always, Divine Source. We got 3 of them coming out here. They're not wasting any time with the cards today, that's for certain. Okay. 6 of Swords. I don't know why I can't. I want to focus to read it through here, but did that focus? Oh, there we go. All right. All right. So now we have the Ace of Wands. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Ancestors, for helping me with that. And the Lovers. Okay. And so with the Lovers card and the walking away, which is what the 6 of Swords represents, and represents a journey, okay? You walk away even with the swords in your back, collective. Walk away even with the swords in your back. Okay? You can save no one unless you first save yourself. Okay? You can save no one else unless you first save yourself. Okay? So we have the Page of Wands and the 8 of Wands. Okay? So wands deal with information, communication. Okay? Communication. Okay? So there could be communication coming in about a relationship. Okay? Someone could be communicating about a relationship that they left, that has ended. Okay? Whether that's you walking away and telling someone else. Again, I'm talking about soulmate. So you could be telling your best friend, I left him, I left her. Okay? This could be someone who's coming towards you, collective. Okay? In this lover's energy. And again, a lover could be a soulmate. So that could be a business relationship. That could be romantic. That could be a divine union coming in for you. That could be, or coming together. That includes you. That could be a reuniting of past relationships, whether this lifetime, past lifetime. Okay? That's what that could be. But the energy is moving, and it's moving, it's love that's moving, and that energy is about to communicate. And when we have the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands back to back, it's coming in fast in confirmation with that boom. Okay? So collective, for those of you who resonate with this, you can expect confirmation. I said confirmation. You can expect this anytime, whatever that means for you. You know where you are in your journey, okay? If you've not walked away from a relationship, then this would not resonate with you, okay? If you're still dealing with a relationship that you have not left, okay, then this could be showing you what you're missing if you don't walk away, okay? Because again, this could represent business even. Do you know the universe, divine source, your ancestors will withhold your blessings, your inheritance because you are connected to the wrong people? Do you know that? Do you know that? It was 44.50 on the video timer. Okay? They will withhold that from you. Divine source, God, however I wouldn't refer to them as that. They will withhold certain blessings from you because of who you have around you, who you have hanging on your coattail. Okay? Relinquish all that does not serve you. That's what I just got. Okay? So I'm going to take these that we have here, 5. We have 5 here. All right? I'm going to take the cards, all right, our index cards, and we first got the High Priestess, or the Empress, I'm sorry, High Priestess. That might be significant. Okay? We might see that. And what do we have? We have Florida, and current administration. Florida and current administration. Now, I wrote it like this because what does that mean? Local administration, administration of something, someone. Obviously, presidential administration, right? The governor's administration, the mayor, right? The administration. Also, current administration, someone could be an administrator. Okay? Someone who administers what? Justice, administers, I don't know, Kleenex, administers paychecks, administers a current administration. Okay? I get the feeling of nonprofit kind of thing. Nonprofit kind of thing. All right? So, by the way, politicians are nonprofits, by the way. Okay, so Page of Wands, okay. Oh, let me take those 2 cards out so we can see what we have here. Okay. And Florida. I'm looking at Jag again. Okay. Move that down a little bit. Again, I'm still working this out on how it's best to set this up. So, Page of Wands. Woo, that almost fell. Ooh, Page of Wands reveals a femboy. We really need our assistant on. A femboy. Okay? Then look. Spanish, Latin, and Secret Service. Secret Service, Spanish, Latin, femboy. Okay? So, you could be someone who's in the Secret Service and you've discovered this femboy or transgender, what have you. Okay? What's on the back? Relocation. On the back of Spanish or Latino, right? Spanish, Latin speaker. That might be their first language. Relocation. Okay, so they could be relocating. You could be relocating from away from them. Okay, relocation. Okay, I'm going to leave it on the Spanish. No, Spanish. All right, Secret Service on the back of Secret. Oh, Secret Service is blank on the back. All right, Secret Service. Okay. And then I'm looking at, she's lying. Okay. So you could be working with the Secret Service. They could be questioning you in regards to a Spanish speaker. You could be the Spanish speaker that the Secret Service is talking about or talking to. Or again, you are the Spanish Latina Secret Service investigator that's discovered this secret life or what have you of this femboy who is in Florida, was in Florida, now they're not because of relocation, right? And something with the current administration. Okay. So next, we're going to go ahead and take our Six of Swords. Okay, so we had he's lying. Now we have she's lying. Did we have she? Nope, it was already on she's lying. Yep, I think it was. She's lying just a moment ago, right? She's lying. There it is again. Okay, so that's right. Our ancestors are like, hello, McFly. Right? She's lying. Okay? And then we have Coast Guard. So, collective, I'm seeing someone, nothing on the back here. Oh, is something on the back of she's lying? Ooh, gross. I say ooh, gross like it is. Ooh, gross. Gross, collective. Okay? So, in my opinion, yeah, femboy is gross. Is gross. Anybody who changes out their organs, there's so much to say about that. There's so much to say about that. And they be talking about thank you, Lord, and listen, you can't believe God makes a mistake and then you change your gender. You can't believe that. You can't. You are most definitely trying to hump two masters. What are you doing? Like, really? Come on now. If he wanted you to have a dick, he gave you a dick. If he wanted you to have a vagina, he gave you a vagina. If he wanted you to have both and you are an hermaphrodite, then that's what divine wanted you to do and wanted you to be. Okay? Otherwise, you done fucked up the plan I just got. Otherwise, you done fucked up the plan. Okay? So someone could be trying to escape on a boat. We have a boat. Okay? Whoever's lying. Okay? Right? Whoever that is. Okay? Next, we have the Lover's card. Okay? Let's go ahead and take the Lover's card. And Age of Aquarius. Okay? And Bald Male. Okay? We are entering the Age of Aquarius. Underneath Age of Aquarius is Illinois. Age of Aquarius. UTI. That could be someone's initials. Someone could have a UTI, or that could represent something else. The University of Texas International, the University of Tennessee International, universe, something. It could represent something, or in another way, these letters could represent something else. Okay? UTI, or again, urinary tract infection. Okay? Age of Aquarius. That's with the Lovers. Okay, and we have Bald Male. Okay, Bald Male. You could be the bald male. You could be dealing with the bald male. Okay, or a bald male may fit somewhere in any of this here. Okay, bald male might be the one on the boat. Bald male might be the Coast Guard. Bald male might be the Secret Service. Someone's trying to get away. Collective. Someone's trying to get away. All right. Shuffle the index cards here a little bit, just so again those two can remain in the flow and in the mix, right? And that's important. Okay. On the tarot, I'm looking at the Moon. Okay. Secrets revealed. Secrets revealed. I'm looking at the name Sadie. She'll sniff it out, boy. That's a badass Connie Corso right there. Sadie. Right? Well, that's what that name means to me. I'm not sure what it means to anyone else. It may mean something else to you. It's an older name, right? So it might be a granny or a nana or a, yeah. Okay. There might be something about the Nina and the Pinta. Those were names of slave ships. Okay. We have the Two of Cups. Okay, so again, definitely, all right, shifting a little bit, getting away from whatever the karmic. Oh, I need to do the pull the Ace of Wands. Okay. All right, so there's definitely something happening here for many of us, some of us. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and pull the Ace of Wands. Okay. Ace of Wands. And we have vegan and pata. Ooh. So someone's a vegan. Okay. You might be a vegan. You might be considering going vegan. I do not eat a lot of meat, red meat these days. I've never since being an adult, and being able to choose what I do eat. I am not a big chicken fan, no matter what it is, fried, baked, chicken, whatever, and even chicken wings. It's seldom that I get those. That is really seldom. The only way I would do that is if I do them on the grill, and that way I can do them the way that I like them. I prefer something a little crispy. I have my own special sauce mix and all that sort of thing. I enjoy that. But generally, I'm not even a big chicken eater. A fried chicken is definitely a craving, and that is so rare that that's so rare, very rare. In fact, I buy my ancestors fried chicken and I don't eat it. I throw it away after a day or so. And that's the truth. So I don't even eat it. So, yeah. But I don't want to cut it completely out, because I would like to find out more about substitutes other than tofu, right? I would like to find out, and they have great options today. I've had Morningstar breakfast. My right foot is hot. I've had Morningstar and a confirmation burp. Compliments to Divine. I've had Morningstar, and so those are some decent products. I don't think they're plentiful. I don't know if they're abundant enough and the selection is widespread enough and all of that yet. I don't know. But I eat very little red meat as it is. So, okay. Pata. Okay. So Pata is the creator god of Egypt. Okay. Ptah, ancient Egypt. Okay. I am Lyri. Okay. Lyri is the temple where Ptah dwells. Okay. That is Lyri. Lyri. I say Lyri. Okay. But Ptah, Ptah. Look it up. Okay. So this is a divine union, perhaps an ancient divine union of some sort coming in for some of us. This divine union could be one of divine proportions, right? But this could be one of what am I trying? Past life. Why did it take forever? For past life, right? So this could be an ancient union that's being whatever rekindled, started up again. Also, keep in mind that some of us have had situations where the divine union or the other partner, they failed their mission. Okay, and in that case, then a new contract is written. In a lot of cases, those new contracts, you are given the option as to whether or not you want to pursue this or that, because the original one was burned. Okay, scorched, ashes. Okay, so this could be, again, just like the lovers. It could be marriage type of 3D union. This could be business collaborations. This could be you, an artist, and a team of Soul Tribe administrators, right? Administration comes in, helps you with your work, whatever that work might be for you. Your platform, your business, your brick and mortar, your whatever it is. Okay? That could be what that is as well. All right? So, we'll take this Two of Cups and okay. Also, that could represent, again, working together on some project or some sort. We have Baltimore, and then the other side's blank. Okay? So you could be from Baltimore. You could be moving to Baltimore. You could be closely connected to someone who resonates heavily with this story from Baltimore. Okay? The opportunity could be in Baltimore. Okay? Again, collective, as a part of, I was listening to some Neville Goddard this morning. That might be significant for you all. Neville Goddard, that's the second time I mentioned the name Neville. Mrs. Neville, my teacher, and Neville Goddard. Okay? Neville Goddard, I was listening to him this morning on my way to and from the store, and he was talking about living in the end. Okay? And seeing the end from the beginning. And I've thought about that often, and I've carried that kind of with me in some ways in regards to my manifestations and what I've been able to manifest and what I've been able to alchemize and that. And alchemizing is turning something into something else. Okay? Turning water to wine is alchemizing. Okay? Healing someone who is sick by speaking a word. Okay, when they reach out to touch you and all they have to do is touch your cloak, they don't have to touch your skin. Okay, that is, yeah, that's what that is. Okay, so all right. Oh, we have someone using, when I look down at the deck, at the stack, I'm gonna call this the stack. Okay, using your social security or your name. Okay. Oh, we got two. Where are we doing with time? Ooh, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. Oh, actually, we got three. I didn't realize we're at an hour already. I did spend 30 minutes talking about something else. Okay. So we have a Five of Pentacles that's stuck. Okay. Five of Pentacles that's stuck. Okay. We have a Seven of Cups that represents choices. Okay. So we have some choices coming in. Okay. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Somebody just said, oh snap, outside. Listen. They were like, what? And they started laughing. That's how we're going to be, collective. You see this? When we get this offer, whatever this offer for opportunity coming in, again, this could be anything, any type of engagement. Engagement with a ring on your finger. Engagement with a signed business contract. Engagement with a W-2 opportunity. Engagement to step out on your own and be an entrepreneur. You know, you might be an attorney with a law firm and now it's time to branch out on your own. You might be that interior designer in my earlier example, and now it's time to step out on your own, open up your own consulting firm, and boom. And I am 100% all day, every day, so long as it's legal, for an entrepreneurial adventure. Every last time. 10 out of 10 times, every time. Somebody could be like, I make $150,000 a year, but I want to open up my own landscaping business. I'll be like, do it. I'd go for it. That will pay off so far better than your W-2 job, and $150,000 that you take home only $87,000 will ever pay you. Yeah. Go cut some grass. Go shrub some shrubs. Yeah, go do that. And build yourself something. I am for that every time. Every time. Especially in America. Especially. That used to be the land of opportunity. It's turned into the land of scrounge. We got to change the mindset, collective. Okay? We, you and I, that's what we're here for. To raise the vibration so that we can show them how to go from lack with the Five of Pentacles to considering your choices through your third eye, through your crown, by being balanced in your masculine and your feminine energy, and walking out that motherfucker with an Ace of Pentacles. From rags to riches, just like that. Just like Neville Goddard said, living in the end. Already be on the beach, collective. Already be skiing down the slope. Come on. Already be skiing down the slope, collective. Where's your list of cars? Where's your list of cars? Did you go by the dealership? Did you test drive them? What you doing? Do you own it? Here's the choice. To make it right. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Here's the promise your ancestors have for you. Here's the promise the collective can receive. Here is the promise that tried to put you in a drought because you were being stolen from, lied to, cheated on, mistreated, misused, alchemizing all of your energy, your good, loving, unconditional energy, collective, into something for themselves that was going to continue to steal, kill, and destroy any and everything around it, and new victims. I think that's a great place to end right there. So we have Ptah out here, collective. We have Secret Service, Age of Aquarius, Spanish something, transvestite, Latin something, male or female, Florida, someone who's vegan, considering it, should go vegan, maybe did and changed their mind. Okay, we have unions of all sorts, possibilities here. Okay. Thank you, collective. Okay. Oh, let me go ahead and let me take these two. As you can tell, that definitely I was speaking to me. Okay. So let's go ahead and finish up with our Five of Pentacles here in our deck, in our stack, and check out the letters, collective. Look where it's split. Look at this. Look, collective. Look collective. Look. Any of those initials may be significant for you, collective. Okay? And that's where the Five of Pentacles is. That's the lack. Okay? And again, however you see those, it could be RJ, JA, however. Okay? So any of those people may be doing witchcraft on you, or you may have these initials and someone is doing witchcraft on you. Okay? Nothing on the back of the initials card. On the back of witchcraft, we have travel. Okay? So they are traveling to do this witchcraft. Okay? You may be traveling away from the witchcraft. Traveling. Okay? So we have traveling there. And then with the 7, we have, okay, and again, options, choices, okay, Definitely use your discernment and look at all the details of every contract before signing, collective. Okay? Even if it's death certificates and all of that, make sure you look at everything. Okay? So we have in-laws or outlaws. Okay? Your in-laws may actually be like outlaws. Okay? All right. Oh, and did not. Mm, 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 mm. I said transgender several times with the femboy. In-laws. So your in-laws might know of a transgender. Your in-laws might be hiding the truth that someone is transgender. Your in-laws might be involved with a transgender in a sexual or some other kind of way. Okay? On the back of transgender, we have Gaia. Okay? All right? And that's Earth, Anthea for Greek. Okay? And physical health concerns, collective. So no wonder a transgender femboy would have, yeah, you think? I have Sacramento and rare event showing over here. Okay. Physical health concerns for a transgender, collective. Physical health concerns for a transgender that you might know with these initials, or you have these initials and you know of transgender someone who has health issues. Okay? All right. And finally, before we go, it's 111:40 or 39. It was 111:39. Okay. That's 12:12. Okay. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. Collective, what do we have? Okay. We have the name Blake and Earth sign. Okay. So Blake, I don't know what Blake Shelton. I don't know what zodiac sign here. But Earth sign. Okay. All right, collective. So on the back again, we have Sadie. I've been seeing her name all day. This has to be the 6th time since I've made this card. Today, since I've made this card, I just wrote this out today. And I can shuffle the cards 4 and 5 times, and I will look down, and her card this name is staring at me. I call it hers because that's my Cane Corso. But it's looking at me, okay? You may have a strong connection to a certain animal, okay? And I'm hearing lineage to a certain animal, okay, collective? So, thank you so much again for tuning in, okay? My name is Nehru. I am an extraterrestrial, Earth Angel, Gaia Beacon, descendant of Yeshua, seated in the second seat to the right of the I Am, and I am here to help us raise the vibration not just of the planet, but of us as beings, as we are spirit beings having a human experience and not human beings having a spiritual experience. Thank you so much as always for tuning in, and as always, be encouraged.